All right, what's up, guys? What is it, Wednesday? Middle of the week here. What do we got? A week, 2 weeks left of 2025. So unless we have some sort of large catalyst here, and I don't really know what that would be. I mean, unless it's some sort of starting a war with Venezuela or whatever it's going to be. By the way, Trump's talking this evening. I think it'll probably be on that, but I don't think it'll be anything super meaningful. But I just fully expect the markets to start slowing down here unless we see some sort of weird catalyst. So I'm pretty constructive here because if the bears don't take over now, I just think risk is going to pour on in the new year. I'm not in the camp of things rolling over, having some big reset or whatever. Could happen. Always can contingency plan, but that's not my base case. So let's take a look at markets real quick and then get on with our days. So I'll just go through some of the stuff I generally look at to catch up. I just got in the office like, 20 minutes ago. Um, as you can see, I put my whale on my shelf because you got to think like a whale, act like a whale. So stocks to me, I don't see any reason to really be bearish. Now you could be one of those people who goes like, well, this looks exactly like it did coming into 2022, and if you just overlay it here, then we're about to roll over and go down to 6,000. Like, all right, bro, maybe, right? Maybe the AI capex build out stuff was we're not going to be able to fulfill that, and it's going to all be for a loss. And we had this massive bubble that you know I don't feel like it was a massive bubble. I don't feel like there was huge retail participation, maybe a little bit, um, but to the extent that I think this could go, I don't see it. We're just starting to rotate kind of into the Russell, right? Like I think the Russell is basically consolidating here before it makes an absolute barn burner of a move. And if you like the idea of small cap companies running, let me get this lower a little bit. If you like the idea of small cap companies running, then you probably like the idea of crypto doing okay. You can overlay Ethereum onto small caps, and you can kind of see what I mean by that. So this is I think your bull case for the ETH boys, the ETH maxis, and alt season, or whatever you want to call it. I don't think we're gonna have an alt season, but to the extent that Russell continues, I think that crypto could largely grab a bit across the board. Gold is still doing its thing. Uh, no reason not to be super bullish gold here. I mean, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. I'm like, this thing is so strong. I don't even own gold, right? I might trade it on Hyperliquid allegedly using perps, but this is a scary chart for me to just go ahead and buy. But yeah, I think it could run up to 5,000. And then what's funny is it could really correct, it could legitimately correct 40 or 50% and still be in a bull market, right? After what we've seen for this breakout. This is like such an amazing chart for being the asset that it is. It's unbelievable. I mean, let's take a look at silver real quick. Where's silver? Where did I put silver? There it is. Silver is making an all-time high. Another just unbelievable chart. Um, really botched the precious metals trade this year. I kind of just assumed Bitcoin would kind of outperform it, so I didn't bother with it. And I think that's the case for a lot of us people deep in the crypto space. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Dollar just been kind of, don't mind my scribbles. I'm not really a chartist, guys, but I like to just play around and tell stories. So my idea here for dollar going forward is we just chop and consolidate and move down and yada yada. 2 year, I do think this thing is going to break and fall off a cliff as they try and force rates lower. Um, I personally think that will create that next big move. I think we're going to have a run here as inflation data stays not scary, as jobs, yeah, maybe they're weak, but I don't see it becoming like the big talk of the town as to like we're moving into this massive depression or recession type of environment. I think growth is going to be steady, and I don't think yields are going to spike all that high. Like same thing with the 10 year. I just think we either go sideways or go lower. Um, yeah. high yield credit, kind of a sign of stress, is just it looks constructive to me. It doesn't look like we're falling apart or anything like that. And same with the Nasdaq. I mean, I just think even though I'm not super like bullish, buying like the big stocks or whatever, I think it'll do fine. Everybody looks at Japan. Oh my God, the world's gonna end. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if you want the 10-year in Japan to go down. Like I was looking at I think I was looking at Bitcoin with it. Like Bitcoin's been performing pretty well as they go up and then kind of tanks when it goes down. I don't know. It's like a weird correlation, but I don't know. To me, I just feel like people are overly worried about what's going on in Japan. Unless I'm wrong. Could be wrong. Tesla made an all-time high yesterday. This chart looks like it just wants to absolutely gigascend. That's one I'm also trading on perps. Think this will have a lot of good opportunities. I'm basically starting now to look at buying all dips here moving forward for Tesla. You're seeing a lot of rotation, by the way, in some of these Mag 7s. Hyperscaler, or not hyperscaler, sorry. The AI mining companies have been just getting absolutely smashed today. Hut 8 made a big deal with Fluidstack. That's why they're up a bunch. This is the one that is owned by the Trump boys, I believe. They bought the Canadian company and have the majority share. Iron and Cypher and all these guys had these massive breakouts and these massive pullbacks. And this is where I got demolished this year. I basically bought like somewhere up here. Terrible timing, FOMO, all this stuff. Of course, won a little bit and didn't take any chips off the table and have been getting punished ever since. Whatever, lesson learned. Big tuition payment there this year, and that's why I actually had a losing 2025, unfortunately. Anything more interesting? I do think MSTR is going to be basically the most amazing buy down here of your life. But I'm a big MSTR fan. I'm a big Saylor fan. I don't love that they constantly dilute the stock and tap the ATM as much as they do, but I just feel like there is a big partnership coming or a reason as to why he's doing it, given that he knows the cultism behind it. And they just have such a big lead. I am a big believer in digital credit and this whole idea. And I know a lot of people aren't, but sometimes you just got to believe in something. Nah, I mean. And all this kind of new stuff has been, uranium's been doing good, pulled back recently, and whatever. So, look, to me, everything looks decent. I like it. I like it a lot. I like that the new year is coming. I like that we could put 2025 behind us. I think we're going to climb a wall of worry in 2026. There will probably be a Wile E. Coyote moment in there at some point, but for now, I'm bullish. And that's that. Thanks for joining the Risk Cabin. I will toss this in there. See you guys next time.